Luke Williams' departure from Swansea City has sent shockwaves through the football community, and nobody will be more disappointed about his exit than the man himself. Williams had walked away from Notts County to try his luck at Swansea after the Welsh club eventually turned to him, having failed to appoint Chris Davies as successor to Michael Duff. This was Williams' chance to prove himself in the Championship, to show that he could cut it at a club attempting to swim with some much bigger fish in the second tier. With Swansea in dire form and Williams gone after a little more than 13 months in charge, those looking on from outside may judge that he has failed. However, the counter-argument is that Williams was not the problem. As the head coach, he has paid the price for an alarming slump in form, which has Swansea glancing nervously towards the bottom three with 13 league fixtures remaining. The old line goes that you cannot sack the players, and Andy Coleman, Swansea's under-fire chairman, is presumably not about to jettison himself either. The club's director of football, Richard Montague, cannot carry the can for the club's dreadful run, given that he does not start work until Tuesday. The fact that Montague, who had success working with Williams at Notts County, arrives at Swansea the day after his old Meadow Lane colleague departs, says something about the muddle his new club finds itself in. Williams' exit had seemed increasingly possible with almost every game that has gone by in recent weeks, aside from the gutsy victory over Bristol City 8 days ago. Sadly for Swansea, success at Ashton Gate was followed by losses against Sheffield Wednesday and Stoke City. Defeat by Stoke, another struggling side, proved to be the last stand for Williams, who will leave with a feeling of what might have been. The question on everyone's mind is, did Williams have the tools to succeed? Was he properly backed during his time at Swansea? Did he have the tools to mould a team capable of competing on a consistent basis in the Championship? The likelihood is that he would say no. Swansea was 16th in the second tier when he arrived in January 2024, midway through what was an arduous season. The previous summer, Swansea had replaced Russell Martin with Duff, who, alongside sporting director Paul Watson, brought in 13 new players. Duff was gone inside 5 months. Watson lasted only 16 months in his job, and the majority of their signings did not come off. There were some difficult days in the early stages of Williams' reign, with Swansea taking time to adapt as he attempted to restore a possession-based style while delivering points. Yet they eventually secured Championship survival with something to spare, finishing 2023 to 2024 in 14th place, with Williams looking ahead with optimism to last summer's transfer window. Once again, however, Swansea's business has proved questionable. The two players Williams wanted most were striker Tyrese Campbell, a free agent following his exit from Stoke, and West Brom midfielder John Swift, who he had worked with at Swindon Town. The two players would have been high earners in Swansea terms, in a bracket with Matt Grimes. As a result, they did not arrive, with Swansea's hierarchy opting instead to sign young players with development potential from cheaper foreign markets. As yet, most of those players are yet to prove their worth. Swansea's issues are not all down to last summer's new recruits, who joined a squad lacking depth in almost every department. A lack of firepower in particular has been a problem throughout this campaign. Williams had hoped reinforcements would arrive in January, but was instead left bemoaning the club's recruitment work after another botched transfer window. 2 years on from Martin's memorable post-January press conference, there was a feeling of déjà vu. In the end, Swansea's most notable piece of January business by some distance was to sell Grimes, the club captain and Williams' most influential player, to Coventry City. Williams is an open book, a coach who would not hide his feelings when facing the media, and his frustration was obvious. The same was true after almost every Swansea game in 2025, with their collapse eventually leading him to the exit door. After victory over Luton Town on the 29th of December, Swansea were 4 points adrift of the playoffs in 9th place and playing bright, attacking football. They had won 6 of their previous 12 games and looked capable of a top-half finish, which would have been a significant achievement given the club's budget and resources. Since then, however, they have produced relegation form. The start of the slump coincided with speculation linking Williams with a move to West Bromwich Albion. Williams' failure to kill off speculation immediately harmed his relationship with some Swansea supporters. As a result, perhaps, there was less patience among some sections of the fan base as Williams' team lurched from one poor result to another during January and February. After 7 defeats in the past 9 league matches, as well as an FA Cup loss at Southampton, Williams knew he was on thin ice before news of his departure came on Monday afternoon. Each Swansea loss prompted a flurry of criticism on social media, with Williams blamed for the failings of a squad who have not been able to deliver any consistency this season. And so, the reins are handed to Alan Sheehan, the assistant head coach who was brought in by Watson and takes caretaker charge of Swansea for a second time. He did a decent job following Duff's dismissal 15 months ago, securing 11 points from 7 games in charge, and Swansea needs something similar now as they look to stave off the threat of relegation. Coleman, meantime, will set about trying to find Williams' long-term successor, presumably with a helping hand from Montague. The challenge will be to find a coach capable of getting results while playing attractive football with a squad built on one of the smaller budgets in the Championship. It will be no easy task. If you want to stay informed about everything that matters, why not explore more about what we are sharing? In the description of this video, you'll find additional resources that will enrich your understanding of the subject. Our commitment goes beyond informing. Daily, we bring stories that truly matter, whether from behind the scenes of technology, cultural movements, or global events shaping the future. If you believe that being well-informed is essential to understanding the world, this is the moment to join us. With just 2 clicks, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. This way, you ensure access to in-depth analysis, unique contexts, and a broader view of events. Don't let crucial information go unnoticed. Click now, become part of our community, and join us in deciphering the impact of news on the future we're building together.